in this week's Wear the Gown. It's a topic that can be uncomfortable to talk about, but we are shining a light on colorectal cancer and how screenings really do save lives.
Want to see the beautiful grandkids?
Peggy Levin is a wife, mother, grandmother, and a dentist who's been in practice for 40 years. A woman always on the go until a surprising diagnosis.
I had no symptoms whatsoever. No GI problems, no weight loss.
Brought her busy schedule to a halt. Levin was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer that had spread to her liver.
It was such a shock. I love working. You know, it's kind of my favorite thing to do. And all of a sudden, you're a very sick patient. You're in the hospital, you're in ICU, and you're having 3 days of chemo every other week.
What's frustrating, Levin says, is she worked hard to live a healthy lifestyle.
I thought I took care of myself. You know, I exercised with a trainer 3 times a week. I watched what I ate. I never ate fried, bad things. I had no family history of colon cancer, and I'd had a colonoscopy 6 years before with never had a polyp or any problems.
She went in for a colonoscopy in 2010, which came back with clean results. But a few years later, when she was diagnosed with anemia, her doctor suggested she get screened again. And that's when the tumors were discovered.
I don't know whether it's our diet or something in the air or what, but it's not just related to people who have risk factors such as family members who've had colorectal cancer or polyps.
Even so, Dr. Harold Bailey with UT Physicians says this type of cancer is becoming less frequent. It starts with a polyp that eventually turns into a malignant tumor. Screenings help detect those polyps early so they can be removed. It is slow growing, and oftentimes signs and symptoms don't show until the cancer is in advanced stages.
People think about bleeding and change in the caliber of their stools and change in their stool patterns.
Which is why Levin hopes her story encourages others to go in for their colonoscopy as soon as they turn 50.
Cancer is such a terrible disease, and the treatment's much worse than any of the screening tests.
Dr. Harold Bailey says while the number of people diagnosed with colon cancer over the age of 50 has actually decreased, there has been an uptick in incidence in people younger than 50, which is why the American Cancer Society is suggesting lowering the screening age to 45. For more on our series, Wear the Gown, just head to khou.com/wearthegown.